The cold room. Temperature drop at Eden Memorial Hospital security sensors recorded a sudden temperature drop from 22 degrees Celsius to -5 degrees Celsius in one wing of Eden Memorial Hospital in less than 8 seconds. The event took place on January 14, 2010, at precisely 3:17 a.m. Every electronic system on the East Corridor, cameras, monitors, life support readouts, failed simultaneously. For 3 full minutes, the hospital's internal grid showed nothing. Then everything came back. The footage resumed mid-frame, as if those missing minutes had never existed. But something had happened, something the hospital never officially explained. Eden Memorial was built in 1956, a mid-sized facility in San Bernardino County. It wasn't new, but it wasn't failing either. Routine maintenance logs show stable conditions for years, until that night. At 3:17 a.m., every thermometer, motion sensor, and camera in the East Corridor spiked or shut down. Within seconds, the temperature plummeted. One maintenance report simply reads, "Thermal collapse, unexplainable." Frost forming on interior glass staff on duty later claimed they felt an intense static charge, the kind that makes your hair stand up just before a thunderstorm. Then, silence. Even the emergency paging system went dead. When power returned at 3:20 a.m., the sensors recalibrated automatically. The temperature had already returned to normal. But in the hours that followed, the corridor lights flickered every 43 seconds, consistently, until sunrise. Security footage from nearby wings showed faint fog at floor level, even though the ventilation system reported no leaks. Later inspection found thin lines of frost on the walls, perfectly horizontal, exactly 1.6 meters above ground. Like a cold horizon burned into the plaster. The hospital's internal investigation lasted 3 weeks. They blamed a sensor cascade failure triggered by a faulty backup generator. But that explanation never matched the physical data. The generator in question hadn't been connected to the East Wing since 2007. Moreover, a NASA climate monitoring satellite orbiting over Southern California recorded an unusual thermal void, a circular drop in infrared emissions centered exactly on Eden Memorial, lasting for 2 minutes and 52 seconds. That's the same duration the hospital's sensors went dark. The void appeared once, never repeated. 6 months later, an anonymous source leaked an internal log from the hospital's environmental control system. It contained one audio file, automatically generated by a temperature sensor microphone, meant to capture ambient noise for calibration. The clip was 12 seconds long. At first, it's silent, just faint static. Then a deep resonant pulse, like a heartbeat slowed to 1 beat every 2 seconds. After the final pulse, a single sound, a sharp, hollow exhale. Not mechanical, not human. Spectrogram analysis revealed a strange pattern in the sound wave, resembling an inverted spiral. Audio engineers later nicknamed it the cold breath. After the leak, Eden Memorial tightened its data policies. Thermal records for that night were destroyed under a data privacy clause. Online forums speculated everything from cryogenic testing to supernatural phenomena. But one theory persisted among scientists, that the hospital briefly experienced a localized temporal displacement. In simpler terms, time froze. The drop from 22 degrees Celsius to -5 degrees Celsius wasn't heat escaping. It was time itself slowing, stripping away thermal motion for a moment. And when the event ended, reality snapped back, leaving that 3-minute blank in every recording device. No one could prove it. But similar micro-freezes have been reported in Chile in 2013, Norway in 2017, and Japan in 2021, all in enclosed, temperature-controlled facilities, each lasting under 3 minutes, each leaving behind that same pattern of frost. The East Corridor of Eden Memorial was permanently sealed in 2012, officially for renovation. Unofficially, staff say the air never stayed warm there for long. Visitors reported condensation forming instantly on their breath, even in summer. And when the hospital expanded in 2015, blueprints showed a blank rectangle where the corridor should have been. No doors, no access, just white space. But satellite thermal scans still show a faint circular cold spot over that part of the building, roughly 5 meters wide. the same radius as the original void. Some say it's residual energy. Others believe it's something else, something still waiting behind that sealed wall. And every few years, when January 14th approaches, the hospital's power grid flickers, exactly at 3:17 a.m. This is the cold room, and maybe some places were never meant to warm again.